after promises of water shifting and assurances that it is different from watershedding. Gauteng residents have a lot to worry about. Several areas in the province are without water as burst pipes and low levels in reservoirs are regular occurrences. What should we make of these new fancy terms? Are they just water restrictions, but by a different name? Well, Newzroom Afrika's Andersen helps us make sense of it all.
This past week showed that in South Africa, where there's water, there's politics. And while politics is being played, several areas in Johannesburg and around Gauteng have a fluctuating water supply. Last week, the national government accused City of Johannesburg Mayor Kabelo Gwamanda of missing key meetings with the Department of Water and Sanitation. Gwamanda fired back by not only blaming national government for the metro's water issues, but also insisting that he wasn't even invited to the meeting.
I had no knowledge of any meeting that was taking place. I was advised at the time that the meeting was happening, stating that you are being mentioned in the meeting. Why are you not in the meeting? My immediate reaction was to fight with my office in saying that how do you not tell me about a meeting of this importance? But it turns out there was no invitation to my office.
Because of the near-constant outages, bursts and breakdowns in the province, Water Minister Senzo Mchunu directed Rand Water and Johannesburg Water to begin to implement water shifting when needed in order to minimize the number of areas and homes with dry taps. But what exactly does water shifting even mean? And is it just a fancy new term to mask water restrictions or water shedding? Well, this time there is a difference. Water shifting is described as the moving or shifting of water from one reservoir to another. This means that where one area may have a full reservoir with excess water, it will pump its water to other areas and tanks in order for all areas to have a more balanced or equal supply. Water shedding, on the other hand, is a deliberate interruption of the water supply to a consumer. So how bad are the supply levels in and around Joburg currently? Joburg Water says its systems are mostly clinging on, and with the province facing a heat wave this weekend, it's no surprise consumption levels have gone up.
Most of the systems of Johannesburg Water, they have constraints, they are under pressure, but we do manage to distribute or manage to get the water distributed through our network. But there are areas where, as articulated, that the consumption have drastically went up due to the change of seasons, and during this period we have constraints in our system, and the available supply, or the demand outstretch the available supply. And in those cases now, those systems, they struggle to recover. They struggle to do some improvements at night, but during the day, the consumption relatively goes high.
And when that consumption surges, Joburg Water says some systems reach critically low levels, while some reservoirs simply end up empty. The countless leaks and burst pipes from the aging infrastructure are also a huge factor, as many residents in and around the metro face water outages. As a result, the current heat wave in the province is just the latest event in a long list of factors highlighting the dangers of the crippling water issues facing the City of Gold and those around it. For Newzroom Afrika on Channel 405, I'm Andersen in Johannesburg.